Hey, are you working? Goodness, I want whatever it is you're putting in your coffee. You're just like my sister, always putting in hours like an Ataran banker. Speaking of my dear sister, I was planning on taking her out on a picnic soon, to help her relax a bit. As I said, she's really been burning the candle at both ends lately. Why don't you join us? Great! It's like we say in Arahor. A bicycle can always use a third wheel. Now, before we arrange a time, certain preparations must first be made. My sister is quite easily annoyed. Trust me. Which means we'll have to be careful to make this practically perfect in every way. For a proper picnic, of course, a basket of the picnic variety must be provided. Furthermore, said picnic basket must have picnic refreshments within. However, for now, I have none of these. What to do? Whatever shall I do? Wonderful! I'd imagine with those amazing crafting skills of yours, you'll be able to make us a basket the envy of picnickers across the land. Meanwhile, I can head over to the Blue Moon and get us a good deal on the delectables. Owen owes me a couple of favors. Here you are, one recipe for a picnic basket. See? I did think this through somewhat. Once you're done, let's just go meet at the ceramic gate and pick Amira up. Oh, and let's try to get out in the next couple of days. I'm worried the Samswords might be picking up again. See you soon.
I don't get it. See ya.
You grace me with your presence. You are the first to arrive. Have you brought a dish over? Let's wait for the others. We'll start the party when everyone's here. I really thought that I hit it off real good with the townsfolk. Where is everyone? What's going on? My invitations! What are they still doing on the desk? Oh, drat! I forgot that I'd moved to Sandrock already. There's no one to do my work for me. No butlers, no cooks. I had a whole team running errands for me back home. I remember how angry I was when my butler sent my love letter before I could even finish it. And now I'm the one who forgot to send my own letters. I have no one to blame but myself. Well, at least it's nice to know I'm not hated. This was back in grade school. I don't even remember who it was for, but my sister turned it into a song at some point. Have you ever been to Atara? A lot of people know that song. Stars in the puppy's eyes, falling into the kitten's dreams. Does that ring a bell? Alright then. Seeing as nobody else will come tonight, why don't you take the cake home, if you'd like?
Yo, Grace, are you poking around the breach again?
Just going for a walk. Don't tell me that's against the law now.
No, only walking that's against the law is jaywalking. But, hey, point is, don't even think about going in there. We can't let Sears through without the proper training. I hate to be dramatic, but what's worth more to you? Your papers or your life?
I know that's meant to be rhetorical, but probably my dissertation. When is the breach going to be reopened to the public? I would like to look for more relics at some point.
It'll open when it's open, which is to say, when it's been reclassified as an abandoned ruins. And don't even think about trying to sneak in there. I wouldn't want to, but I do have the right to detain you if you're proven to be a danger to yourself.
What's the basis for all these wild accusations? I walk down this way all the time. This imagined notion of me even thinking of sneaking into the breach is just that. Something you've just made up in your head. I also have to notice that the breach has been this way for quite some time. Normally, I would have expected you, core type, to have this handled already. Sir, if I may ask, is the stress getting to you?
Hey, come on, give us a break. We've been up to our eyeballs in Geeglers. Plus, there's Logan. Yeah, it is getting to be a little rough out here, as a matter of fact. Glad somebody noticed.
Aw, poor Justice. Why don't you just take a day off? What you need is some rest. Then you'll have your edge back. I mean, at the very least. Surely you don't need to literally stand here in front of the breach. We all know not to go in.
Yeah, maybe I could just head back to the office, pour a big old glass of yak milk, kick up my heels, and... Hey, wait a sec. Dang, how come every time I talk to you, I end up with a headache? Look, Grace, I'm not kidding around. I take the safety of everybody in this town seriously. If something happened to you down there, I'd never forgive myself. Talk to me again when your fighting chops are up to snuff. Like, say, builders here.
Right. How about this then? If I were to commission the builder to enter the ruins on my behalf, you'd have no objections to that, would you, Sheriff?
Oh, well, no. I guess that'd all be pretty by the book in my book. I reckon it's on the two of you to work something out. I gotta keep patrolling, but I'm gonna have my eye on you. Maybe just adjust your stroll path to be a little less hair-raising, all right? Y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like I don't need to sneak into the breach if I can recruit your help. The things I need are relatively simple, but I think I'd feel better if someone with an eye more discerning than that of a soldier's went in to look. So? Great. A bit of context. I'm an archaeology student in Atara, saving up to finish my degree. When I have time, I try to do field work that I hope will be beneficial for when I go back. You've been to the breach, right? Did you manage to pick up on what that place used to be? You know, back in the old world? Ah, yes. That soul-crushing monotony that saps your life energy to the point where you can't break out of doing exactly the same thing every single day for years while you make money for someone else. Can you believe people used to do that? When it was open, the breach was a great place to look for archaeological finds and, right, you know the story. One of my main focus, so next time you're... Thanks again for...
Thank you.
Come one, come all, perusing the views of Sandrock. Does the beauty of the desert flower make you weak at the knees? Don't worry, take home a photograph, show your friends and relatives the wonders that is the desert rose.
Yeah, let me get a, one of those desert rose ones?
Certainly, sir. And while you're at it, why not take one of these as well?
No, just that one will do. In fact, let me get 5 of them.
Me too. I saw them first. They're mine, I tell ya.
Aha! There's no need to rush, everyone. So, what do you think, our beautiful desert rose? It deserves its reputation, no?
She most certainly does.
Huh? She? I don't think a photograph has a gender, sir.
Cut the malarkey, shopkeep. A dozen desert roses. Chop, chop.
Right away, sir. The strangest thing is happening. Everyone is just obsessed with this photo in particular. What could it be? I don't get it. I just wish I knew more about photography. Well, in any case, time to buy a photo? Hey, sis. Wanna buy a photo?
Arvio! What are you doing? What is the meaning of this? You're selling pictures of me?
Huh? No! Oh, this one. Well, yes, you're in it, but no! I was just telling the builder here, there's something about the composition of this photo that really resonates with people. It's just a happy coincidence you're featured in it. Hey, you're gonna be famous.
There's nothing happy about this, nor is it any semblance of coincidence. Tourists have been pestering me constantly, asking me to sign this photo, calling me the Desert Rose. Explain that, Arvio!
Ah, the title of the photo is Desert Rose. That's my new name for Sandrock. There. You. They call you. Oh no. Ton, you! Creepy tourist!
Don't play dumb with me. You honestly expect me to believe you had no idea? It's been days. Even so, this was an extremely careless venture.
You are kind to say so, but my sister is right. I've been a fool.
Arvio, you would do well to develop some foresight whenever concocting these schemes of yours. This is doubly true whenever your plans involve an unwitting accomplice. If you're ever not sure, Light, just ask me. I will be returning to my shop. My only hope is that my path is not blocked by the rabid tourists that you have wrought, brother. Goodbye.
Wow, she's really mad. Even more so than that time I ruined her kiln trying to make a pizza in it. An art stand. The thought of those greasy tourists smudging up those photos in their slimy grip, gawking over my poor sister. I can't take it! I've got to get those pictures back! Really? You'll help with this too? You really have a big heart. Alright, let's split up. These guys couldn't have gone far. Just be on the lookout for anyone creepy looking. Or anyone you just saw buying a photo. Do whatever it takes to get those photos back. Without breaking the law, I suppose. Amira, my dear, dear sister. Come now, you said...
I know what I said, Arvio. This order has an exorbitant fee attached to it, and must be completed immediately. I'm surprised I have to explain there are things more important than picnicking.
You've been working past sundown like this for days now. When does it end? Look who's here. We prepared everything for this picnic together. Come out and take a break. You'll thank yourself, and me later.
Good. You prepared it together. You can go together. You won't be needing me. Now, if you please, I must return to my work.
Won't be We did this for you, not for ourselves. I invited the builder because I knew they'd make this event that much more special. I know you're older than me, but I'm your brother. It can't always be you taking care of me, you know?
I'm aware, Arvio. It is not my intention to question that. I'm sure you'll get a chance to take care of me. Soon. Just not today. So, if you please...
Tell us about the order. What more do you have to do?
It's for Pablo's friend in Atara. He's working on a display for a flower festival, and wants his booth to stand out. The main pieces are finished. Now I just have about 10 or so more standard urns for the more common plants.
10 standard urns? They want to custom make and ship standard urns all the way to Atara?
My craftsmanship is esteemed.
My sister, know that my love for you is great and my respect for your talents is never ending. But an urn is an urn. This is a matter of quantity over quality. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You really mustn't bother yourselves with this.
I'm afraid we really must. It's as they say back home. 3 heads are more than none. If you and I help out, we can finish this task in no time. And our lovely Rose here won't be forced to wither away. And instead, join us in the coruscating sunshine. What do you say? All right, our hands are your hands, Anne. So come on, let us help.
It seems there's no stopping you two. All right. I believe it is as you say. With more hands, I can get ahead on this order. And as such, I might be willing to take the day off tomorrow.
Woohoo!
However, you must follow my instructions carefully. Simple or not, everything that comes from my shop has my name on it. Despite your good intentions, I won't have my reputation dragged through the mud. Understood?
Dear sister, the only thing getting dragged through the mud today is... clay! Ah, that makes how many? 10? 12? Ow, I'm really sore up here.
We should let them dry for now. I must say, I'm impressed. You took to the wheel like an old hand.
Hey, don't forget about me. My hand is old too.
Of course. Thank you too, Arvio. This was your idea in the first place, wasn't it? Now, I suppose I must be true to my word.
Aha!
And ask of you, is everything set for the picnic tomorrow?
Of course, of course. Would you look at this fabulous basket the builder brought? I've made the order at the Blue Moon. I'll just pick everything up on my way over tomorrow morning. Shall we say, around 9 a.m.?
That sounds delightful. I look forward to seeing you too.
Don't be late. See you.
Thank you.
You want my desert rose photo? You're gonna have to fight me for it. I'm just kidding. Here you go. Have a nice day.
Hey, I overheard your conversation with the shopkeeper guy and the Desert Rose. I was hoping you wouldn't notice me, but now that you're directly confronting me, I can't say no. Here you go.
It worked, it worked. What do you know?
You want my desert rose photo? Hey, you're in luck. I was looking for a way to do a good deed today. Here you go. Now I'm off to Atara to commit more tax fraud.
Nay. I can't be giving you my desert rose photo. 'Tis mine. And I planned for it to comfort me on those lonely nights out at sea. However, were I to hear one good reason why I shouldn't keep it, I might reconsider. I might. Walrus's beard! At last, these photos are being distributed without her knowing? Why, I take this photo from my hands, young desert dweller, and you can tell that silver-tongued salesman I'll be waiting for him in Davy Jones' locker.
Desert Rose? Ah, nah, that's old news. Sold it to that shop owner guy not that long ago. Made a pretty penny, too. Word of advice? Don't accuse that guy of white knighting for his own sister. You'll get such a thump in the head. Ow!
Fantastic news, newbie! You're being promoted, and your first task in your new position is to build and place a yak mill stop over by Gecko Station. Here's a diagram. Bye-bye now. Huh? Well, no, you'd be making exactly the same, just with this additional responsibility. It's more about the prestige of being promoted. That's my builder. You'll do great in your new position. I'll think of a title later. See ya.
You got all the photos? Wow, that was quick! How'd you do it? Goodness, well done! You must really have a way with words. I found it quite difficult to get anyone to part with their photos. Phew. It's finally over. But now, what am I to do with all these photos? You may be right. The only way to be completely sure that no one will ever use these to creep on my sister again is to destroy them. But I paid 50 golds to make all these copies. Tell you what, I'll think on it. In the meantime, why don't you take one as a memento for this whole ordeal? I believe I can count on you to enjoy this photo the way it was meant to be enjoyed. As landscape photography, thank you again for all your support through this difficult time. Hopefully, my next business opportunity will have less disastrous results. Catch you around!
Oh, hey there. I was just here putting this letter into your mailbox. On second thought, might just not. Oh, hey. Shoot. I just remembered. I need to go home and lock myself in my closet. See ya.
Hi.
Hey, I thought the whole point of dragging you out here was getting you to relax, so relax.
A book and quiet. I am relaxing. Or, at least I was.
Ah, don't be like that. You're going to wreck your posture. Half the time Hunk's over a book, the other half a pottery wheel. Before you know it, you're gonna look like you're pushing 90. This, of course, is the only way to properly relax with a book. The sun, it burns. I'm melting. Save me. So now that you're out, you're having fun, aren't you? You know it's not easy convincing you, don't you?
Indeed.
You see, this is what you get when you win an argument with my sister. Hours of back-breaking labor, followed by terse acknowledgement at best. Which is all completely worthwhile. In any case, I think this all proves that I ought to be listened to once in a while.
Do constructive advice, brother. Of course. I'm all ears. But do remember that we didn't leave the harshness of Arahor just to lie around here with books on our faces.
I pray that you speak no more of that place. My heart can hardly handle its very mention. Have you ever been to Arahor? There is an old Arahor saying, when it rains, it pours. Not in Arahor, because it never rains nor pours. But, nah, well, it's okay for us to say it. I wouldn't go starting that one off as a foreigner. Our home is on a plateau. It gets hot during the summer and very cold during the winter. With little else to make up for it. No resources, no farmland, no opportunities. I guess the cantaloupes aren't half bad. I had to work in a crawlery all day. And then I didn't have a cool boss like Rocky. I can only bear so much humiliation for daily bread. Finally, I just quit. And shortly after, Amira and I made the journey here to Sandrock. This place has its faults, but one mustn't forget to see the trees for the forest. I might not be so impartial, but I've never enjoyed such freedom as being my own boss here in Sandrock. And it's all because you brought me here and helped me get started, Am. I won't forget your kindness.
We're family. Besides, you have also been a great help to me. The true kindness is that of our parents. They gave up everything to send us here.
Don't you worry. Pretty soon my shop is going to be raking it in. I'll take care of Ma and Pa.
Confidence is one thing, brother, but perhaps you should wait to boast till after you've a little more to show for yourself. Indeed, customers expect a constant air of professionalism that you currently lack.
But you've heard what our parents say. I have potential. And there's that phrase, how does it go? If you have a bird and there's 2 birds in the bush, you're pretty much guaranteed to have 3 birds.
Don't get cocky, Arvio. Need I remind you of the